tough loss. One thing about our kids is they never quit. One of the big keys to victory was, be plus in the turnover margin, and we weren't. We're -3. Disappointed. We had 3 turnovers in a row in the second half. Pretty much gave them the game with that. Again, I give Georgia Tech credit. They came out, played hard. I knew we'd have a brand new team out there. Those guys played with energy, and give them credit. Jeff Sims is a heck of a quarterback. I told you that guy's an athlete. He outran us to the edge a few times, took bad angles, didn't make tackles when we needed to. We got to get him down, period. But just overall, disappointing performance, period. But all our goals are still ahead of us. I think it'll make them a little hungrier. We have to take it, take what we got, what we paid for, and just wasn't good enough. And we didn't start fast like we needed to, and we left them in the game too long. And again, the offense really didn't get started until the last 2 series of the game. If we'd have done that, the whole game, we had a chance. But again, it starts with me. There's no finger pointing in our locker room. Starts with me. Number one, obviously, I didn't do a good enough job getting them ready. We'll go back to work on tomorrow at 2 o'clock and with our kids, and we'll go back to get on Virginia Tech. Questions?
What do you say to your team after a loss like that?
Just like I just told you, there's no finger pointing, and we didn't win. We lost together. We win together, and we lose together. And we didn't make enough plays. Defensively, I thought we played a solid game. Holding up 4 field goals to begin with, and then they scored 2 late TDs. Put in position. I don't know what the time possession was, but it probably wasn't very good. Looks like they had it for 31 minutes. But hey, we got to regroup and start over again. Just wasn't good enough.
You talked about taking what the defense gives you. What was the defense giving you tonight?
I'll have to go back and watch the tape to see exactly. We just didn't play good enough. Period. I mean, we didn't get in a rhythm in the first half. It was 3 and out, 3 and out. We just couldn't get in a rhythm. It's hard to call a game when you're going 3 and out. You just can't set any. You can't set a play off a play, and just not very good performance.
How would you evaluate Keaton's decision making today?
The decision making at the end was really good. Early, he needs some help. We'll look at the tape, but it's how he finished, and as proud of the way he finished. He threw some nice balls, and we protect him a little bit better maybe in the last couple drives than we did earlier in the game. I don't know. Wasn't seeing it good early. I don't know. We'll have to look at the tape and find out exactly why. I don't want to make a comment right now, but again, he shows he can do it. We didn't get it done in the first half as an offense. Period.
Pat, did you see it as a problem for us? To be late in the game, it did click, and you saw the talent was there.
Oh yeah.
But early on, it seemed like there just wasn't any chemistry. Even when he threw some passes that were on point, they were either dropped or a penalty brought.
Yeah, well, that's a problem. If they're dropped or a penalty. I mean, we had way too many penalties in special teams and on offense. I mean, even on the last 99-yard drive, we had 2 illegal procedures on the. Thank God it only cost us like 6 inches. Just the details wasn't detailed enough. It starts with me.
And how big of an impact were those dropped interceptions and those opportunities too?
They're all big. I mean, none of them were easy. But I think Tyler Wiltz had a chance, got his hand on it. Obviously, 31, Eric Howard had a chance we got a chance to make plays and in position. I mean, the second play of the game, I think we had a chance to probably another pick 6. You got to make those plays, and they made them. They got the ball out. We didn't make them, and doesn't matter if you stop them, hold them to field goals. We have to make plays on defense like that. We have to finish the play off, and we can't turn the ball over.
You mentioned last Saturday that you didn't feel like your team had the right emotion or energy going into that one. Was that the problem again tonight, or did you feel like they were fired up for this?
I think we're fired up. I think emotionally we're ready to go. And again, we'll look at it, but we just, I think we played good on defense. So it's hard to say half the team was fired up and half didn't. The defense was ready to roll, and just couldn't get in the rhythm in the first half. And we got to do a better job on offense. We got to do a better job as coaches on offense of putting our kids in position to make those plays. And then we got to make plays as players. That's their job, is to make plays, and it's our coach's job is to put them in position to make plays. And drops you can't have, and there's some balls that were right there and getting hit as they caught it. It looked like sometimes it was a little early, but we'll look at the tape but we got to make plays.
Georgia Tech ran for a lot of yards tonight, Pat. Did you feel at some point maybe they were more physical than you were?
I don't know. We'll watch the tape. maybe they're a good-looking football team. Now you stand down there, they got players too. They got guys on scholarship, and certainly the quarterback is a big athletic guy. We bounced off some tackles. There's no question, especially on that last one. We got a minute 57 to go. We debated whether to kick an onside kick or not, and we trusted our defense. We were going to kick it, get them pinned down there, and get good field position to go down and score. And we probably would have, but we didn't. We had a 4-minute situation on defense, and we didn't stop them. And I guess we did stop. We stopped them at the goal line, I think. But we gave them too many yards, and we had to go 99. So hindsight, she's 157 with 3 timeouts. We could bang 3 timeouts, 3 runs, and get them to punt the ball and feel like you're going to win the game. But obviously a bad call by me.
Keaton took a hit on the very first play from scrimmage. Do you think that affected him at all?
It may have. It may have. I don't know. I didn't see the tape, and my eyes were down the field. I didn't see him, but I think any hit on a quarterback takes an effect on guys. Period. I mean, you're sitting back there, you're unprotected, you're in a passing stance, and when you get hit like that, it definitely affects you. But it didn't affect him enough that he came back and played really well in the second half.
You mentioned all the 3 and outs. Do you feel like fatigue kind of had an effect on the defense in the fourth quarter with them being on the field as long as they were?
I mean, I look at the time possession. It's not it's not that bad, but two extra minutes. I mean, we had 3 sudden changes in the third quarter. I mean, we turned the ball over 3 times in a row. I mean, 3 straight series in a row. We had 2 fumbles and an interception. I mean, the defense is going to get tired when you go 3 and out. Yes.
Pat, you mentioned discipline earlier this year. I think it was last week. You had 9 penalties, and you said that even with the win, you had to clean that up. But this week, a lot more. A lot of penalties as well. What do you guys have to do to cut that out of your game?
We got to get the right guys that we can trust and aren't going to do that. And we've had a couple of guys out there that did some penalties, and they've done them in the past. And we'll have to find replacements for them if they can't do it the right way. And then there was a couple, you question, but we just got to do a better job, get the right guys on the field.
Pat, the new leadership on the Georgia Tech side, did they throw anything at you tonight that you didn't see on tape?
No.
We'll take 2 more. Anyone?
Pat, 4 different offensive linemen starting today. You put Branson over right tackle. You had Matt start at left tackle. You had Matt start at right tackle. Gabe swapped in. Did that shuffling of the offensive line, do you think it negatively impacted you guys tonight? What impact do you think that had?
Not having Carter Warren out there, always affects you, but that ain't the reason why. I mean, turnovers are the reason why. I mean, I can't sit there and say it's because of that. I mean, next man up, did it affect us when Nate Yarnell was in? I mean, we made plays, and it can't affect you, period. And, we got a lot of trust and faith in Branson Taylor, and we got to go. Would you like your starting 5 out there? Yes. But you're down 2 starters on the O-line, and we trust those other guys to go make plays, but we just didn't get it done.
Last one.